Respected elders, beloved brothers and sisters, dear friends, warm greetings to you all. We pray at the sacred feet of the Almighty that this day and every day to come be blessed with joy, prosperity, and well-being for us all. The Thirukkural stands as an unparalleled treasury of wisdom graciously bestowed upon humanity, a noble moral code that elevates the greatness of human life to its highest peak, a righteous path that guides humanity to grow and flourish with dignity and honor. This profound truth is one we all recognize and cherish. In the Thirukkural, which, like a lighthouse, guides and ennobles the human mind along the path of righteousness, the 93rd chapter, titled Abstinence from Liquor, clearly expounds on the evils of alcohol consumption. It declares that the habit of drinking, be it liquor or intoxicants, not only erodes a person's sense of duty, dignity, and self-control, but also shatters the harmony of family life, impairs physical and mental well-being, weakens the bonds of relationships, destroys the trust of friendship, and ruins the heights that could otherwise be attained through great effort. Furthermore, it warns that alcohol is a subtle poison, one that swiftly degrades the rare and precious gift of human birth, and, in the end, slowly consumes life itself. In today's social life, particularly in a climate where the liquor trade has gained excessive influence and social and political ethics have deteriorated, the tragic realities we witness daily were clearly foreseen and recorded over 2,000 years ago by ThiruValluvar. This stands as a testament to the far-reaching vision and profound wisdom of the sage. Valluvar movingly portrays alcohol consumption as a vile and destructive habit, one that casts a loving mother into unbearable anguish. She who bore her child in her womb for many months, who nourished him with her own life's blood transformed into milk, who raised him with boundless love and cherished the hope of seeing him grow into a person of virtue and honor. Such a mother is driven to tears and heart-rending sorrow by this degrading and destructive habit of intoxication. Thus, by first placing before us the sorrow of a mother, ThiruValluvar profoundly impresses upon our hearts, in the chapter on Abstinence from Liquor, the cruel and mind-destroying nature of alcohol. When we reflect deeply on this, we are compelled to ask, if a habit so loathsome, one despised by all, continues to be embraced by those who drink, what reason could there be for even a moment's delay in abandoning it, except that they have become enslaved to it? ஈன்றாள் முகத்தேயும் இன்னாதால் என்மற்று சான்றோர் முகத்துக் களி. ஈன்றாள் முகத்தேயும் இன்னாதால் என்மற்று சான்றோர் முகத்துக் களி. Kural 923, meaning, when one's behavior brings grief even to the mother who bore him, how could it gladden the hearts or faces of the noble and the wise? Kural 923. These piercing words of Valluvar tore through my heart. I resolved within myself that this detestable and destructive habit of drinking, abhorrent to all, must never, at any time, in any place, or in any form, find a place in my life. With awakened conscience and solemn resolve, I was seized by an intense conviction. We must build a wholesome social environment that enables those who have become captives to this cruel liquid poison to reform and rise again. For my heart became firmly persuaded of this truth. To wipe away a mother's tears, that alone is true social service. And the first decisive step toward it is complete prohibition of alcohol. In another couplet from the same chapter, ThiruValluvar vividly highlights the devastating power of the destructive habit of alcohol. He shows that drinking not only clouds a person's judgment, but can simultaneously steal wealth and bring poverty. கையறியாமை உரைத்தே பொருள் கொடுத்து மெய்யறியாமை கொளல். கையறியாமை உடைத்தே பொருள் கொடுத்து மெய்யறியாமை கொளல். Kural 925, meaning, by breaking one's self-control, one parts with wealth. Through ignorance of what is right, one loses wisdom. Kural 925. What a painfully true observation this is. Valluvar laments that instead of using our hard-earned money wisely, whether to support our families or to save for the future, we squander it on intoxicants, effectively purchasing the ignorance that comes with drunkenness. In doing so, we lose not only our wealth, but also the clarity of our minds, dimming the light of our own understanding. Through this striking admonition, Valluvar makes clear that drinking is far more than a financial loss. It is an act that robs a person of their highest virtues, judgment, and moral discernment. He urges us to pause and reflect deeply. Is this not a grave error? A question that demands our honest introspection. To further emphasize the grave dangers of alcohol, ThiruValluvar, in the very next couplet, directly compares it to a poison that destroys life. Tunjinar Sathanan Verallar Enyanrum Nanjumbar Kallunbavar. Tunjinar Sathanan Verallar Enyanrum Nanjumbar Kallunbavar. Kural 926. Meaning, those who sleep die, none can prevent it. Yet those who drink alcohol are like those who swallow poison. Kural 926. What a stern and uncompromising warning this is. Valluvar makes it clear that just as a person who consumes poison brings death upon himself or herself, so too does one who drinks alcohol inflict upon himself or herself the slow and inevitable destruction of his or her own life. Here, through the metaphor of sleeping, what he conveys is profound. Even though a person who is sleeping is alive, during that time they cannot act, almost as if they are dead. The dead have no capacity for action. Therefore, they are of no use. Similarly, a person enslaved by alcohol, even while alive, loses intelligence, lacks clarity of thought, becomes incapable of action, and turns into someone useless to himself, his family, and society. This is Valluvar's explicit viewpoint. Living while being effectively dead is a great curse. Should one allow oneself to lose function and fall into such a state under the influence of alcohol? Those trapped in the grip of alcohol must reflect deeply on this and take immediate measures to free themselves from its hold. Furthermore, for those who are caught in the grip of alcohol, it is wise to reflect on the sight of people who, even when they are not drinking themselves, fall under the influence of liquor, staggering, disoriented, defecating, or vomiting in the streets. Such observations should prompt immediate correction. ThiruValluvar offers this advice. Kallum na poldil kalittanai kanungal, ullan kol undadan sorvu. Kallun na poldil kalittanai kanungal, ullan kol undadan sorvu. Kural 930. Meaning, when one sees a drunkard squandering what is at hand, let him understand the exhaustion caused by indulgence. Kural 930. Thus, in response to the question, can a person truly prosper while debilitated by strong liquor? The answer is that one must, with utmost effort and determination, immediately abandon such intoxicating drinks. Finally, the warning that Valluvar gives is both profound and essential. Kalittariyen என்பது கைவிடுக நெஞ்சத்து ஒளித்ததூவும் அங்கே மிகும். Kalittariyen என்பது கைவிடுக நெஞ்சத்து ஒளித்ததூவும் அங்கே மிகும். Kural 928. Meaning, let go the heart that claims, I cannot fall. Even what is hidden there will rise and overwhelm all. Kural 928. Valluvar warns against the dangerous illusion of thinking, even if I drink, my wisdom will not diminish, my mind will not be clouded. Many people in this world, having lost their intellect to alcohol, engage in unworthy and harmful actions, fall into ruin, lose their peace, squander their wealth, and suffer the loss of respect. They are not only prominent figures who have fallen from grace, but countless others have met death as a consequence of such indulgence. When alcohol takes hold, a person's dignity and moral restraint quickly vanish. Thoughts that should remain hidden, as well as secrets that should never be spoken, are exposed, and life itself becomes a series of disorderly, tragic events, countless in this world. Therefore, one must first abandon the arrogance of thinking, "Nothing will happen to me from drinking." This is the surest safeguard. Otherwise, one may lose their honor, and events that should never occur may tragically unfold. Alcohol possesses the power to make self-control vanish with ease. Those who drink become intoxicated and recklessly drive lose all sense of caution. In their heedless speeding, they crash into oncoming vehicles, not only ending their own lives at the scene, but also killing innocent passengers, family members of other vehicles who had no connection to the incident, destroying the precious human lives that fate had entrusted to them. Such violent and devastating tragedies are recorded all too frequently across the world. For those who are unable to give up alcohol, there is one essential act of prudence they must follow above all else. They must absolutely avoid driving after drinking. If travel is necessary, it is best to use a vehicle operated by someone who has not consumed alcohol, or to hire a taxi. If those who have been drinking are traveling long distances, it is far wiser to postpone the journey and rent a safe place to stay, resting there peacefully. Even if this requires spending money or extra time, it is a small price to pay to protect one's dignity and life. This prudent action not only safeguards your own life from harm, but it also protects the lives and well-being of family members and fellow travelers who have done nothing wrong. Even for those unable to break the habit of drinking, taking this one step of care can be a profound act of responsibility and compassion. I appeal to you with love and earnestness. Please, for the sake of yourself and others, make this effort. Under the grip of alcohol, words become harsh, disputes escalate, and violent confrontations arise, leading many to die at a young age. Such grim statistics continue to rise daily in Tamil Nadu's contemporary drinking culture. Alcohol also contributes to sexual assaults and, subsequently, murders, which now frequently dominate the headlines in Tamil Nadu's media. As a result, the public, especially women, live in fear, feeling compelled to avoid traveling alone at night. In my current city of Kamudi, witness for yourself the dangerous incident that occurred this week. A person, drunk and intoxicated, caused panic among the public in broad daylight near the bus station. Innocent bystanders, completely unrelated to the situation, narrowly escaped with their lives. Vehicles were damaged, and the sheer terror left people unable to comprehend the ordeal. In Tamil Nadu, a state of South India, such violent and socially destructive acts caused by the scourge of alcohol occur every day. When even the police and legal system face enormous challenges in controlling these crimes, how can ordinary citizens hope to manage them? Alcohol's tyranny brings suffering upon the people. This, tragically, is the current pitiable condition of the citizens of Tamil Nadu. Likewise, many families of my close relatives and friends are left shattered, unable to recover under the relentless torment of alcohol. The families of those who died at a young age due to alcohol intake spend their entire lives in unending grief, haunted by the memories of those lost. For them, what solace or remedy exists beyond merely enduring the sorrow and marking the passage of years in ceaseless mourning? Dear friends, offering alcohol is not a source of joy. It is an illusion that clouds the mind. It breaks bonds of affection, strips away the very roots of a family's economic well-being, and severely damages physical health. It rapidly erodes a person's intelligence and character, causing him to lose self-respect in no time. Therefore, we must completely avoid speaking proudly of alcohol, and instead reject and renounce it entirely. This can become a mark of our highest virtue. It is the hallmark of a well-ordered and righteous life. Abstaining from alcohol brings clarity of thought, noble conduct, family welfare, social harmony, progress, and peace. In this way, it becomes a shining example for our future generations. Each of us embodies the honor of a family, the dream of a mother, the trust of a community. Our lives are truly in our own hands. Hence, we must understand deeply and commit wholeheartedly to this truth. Do not squander life on intoxication, but live in the path shown by ThiruValluvar, guided by noble principles, with dignity and respect. Let us resolve to lead our lives responsibly, with full awareness and integrity. Dear respected elders, beloved brothers and sisters, and friends, the town and the world we live in are, in essence, our extended and vast family. Only when these families are healthy and prosperous can we ourselves live well. Therefore, I earnestly and affectionately request that you share this message as widely as possible. Your small act of spreading it may serve as an action to rescue some family somewhere from the grip of alcohol and restore them to well-being. That good deed will undoubtedly return to you in its own way. Many blessings, heartfelt thanks, and warm greetings. May you live long in prosperity and well-being. Compassionately yours, Durai Sathanan.